Okay, this is the helmet that I usually was doing all my moto vlogging in, and here's the new cheapy mic. And inside, now what I loved about this helmet, it's got this little fin in here with a little hole in it, and it was perfect to take my little mic and shove it up through there and hold the wire back behind me instead of hanging off to the side or wherever, wind blowing it, and we'd always keep it tight. And then I shoved all the wiring up in the padding, but I never could, it didn't have anything to keep the wind from going through here, so what I did is I wrapped tape around it with a piece of cloth at the end. That didn't stop the wind at all. So what you got to do is pull all this padding out, pull all the wiring out of here. And there wasn't a whole lot of wiring compared, like that new mic that I just got. That sucker's got so much damn wiring, I don't know how you're gonna be able to not be able to feel all that wiring in the padding. I mean, here's a big old bulk pile of it. There's nothing you can do. You can't cut it off and try to rewire it together. So there's my new mic. It's got the little what do you call it, muffler here at the end of it, and I went on undo all this and shove it all into the padding and run the plug to the back like I did. And you know, this wire is like just perfect, you know, just good distance, you know, you ain't got a ton of wire all hanging down inside there. But they didn't make those mics for moto vlogging. They just happen to be that perfect ability to keep all the wind noise from going into the mic, so that's what we're using. Alright, we'll go ahead and shove all this in here and show you what it looks like after I get it done. I kept trying to use that helmet on this flat surface. You can't really do that, so I got this little trash can here and put the helmet on that, so where it kind of sits down in it. If you're trying to work on this and it can be wobbling around. So what you do is you take your wire and you shove it up under here and just get it up under there. Well, maybe that's enough to aim it down. Okay, so there we go. Then you take all the padding, the little pieces that goes down in the side of the helmet. These also have, this helmet has snaps in it, so you just keep, the first thing I had to do is put the snaps back in. That's okay. So here's the mic now. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'll bring it up closer. So there's the mic, just kind of dangling here in the front a little bit. It's kind of close to an open vent there. I don't know if these close or not. Okay, let me check that. Yeah, looks like it closes that vent there. So I'm gonna close that vent. That way the wind ain't blowing right there. Guess I could always open it and see if the wind affects it any, but really don't want that blowing right on it. So yeah, so it's a little bobby right here, just kind of hanging. You can pull on the wire to get it pulled a little bit closer in. There we go. And remember, you need to shove all that wiring that you had hanging out here into the side of the helmet. That way it ain't hanging out. What you need to do is put your camera on there first, so you know about the distance of how much wire you need to be up there. Alright, let me go get the camera. And like I was saying in one of my videos, I don't remember which one I was on, probably the camera or the mic testing one. Anyways, this is how it was aimed, so that's kind of low, so I just kind of aim it back. But I think maybe I ought to go get the lower piece, because this one kind of sticks up taller, so I need to make this as low as I can because the wind be catching that. So anyways, what I was going to mention in this is about this little mic adapter piece you got to put in there, and it don't come with it. And I had to drill holes in the side of this case, or you had to go buy a special case with the side out, and it didn't come with that either. So you got to put that in there to have your mic. and that's what you'll be attaching the mic here on the top. And this, the GoPro 2, I bought the extra battery thing so it looks bigger than what it is. And then you got this little mic adapter piece that's already in it. This one didn't have it, so I had to go out and pay for that. And the new what the hell you call it? The recording disc that goes in there, the little bitty thing that you got to shove in there, that sucker was $100 and something. That shit ain't cheap. So, you know, when you pay $400 for this camera, and then you have to go pay another $100 for the little card that you put in it, that's $500, and then you got to buy this little piece here to put in there, and then you got to drill out the side of the case, or you're gonna have to pay for that too. So what you do is, you, like on the motorcycle, you get your basic thing, and then you got to add on until it ends up being $10,000. Okay, so let me get on with it, putting this wiring and stuff in here. And so you just take it and shove it down in there, you know, pull out the little stuff again, because I forgot to shove the wiring in it. So you just take all this wiring and you get kind of up here a little bit. Alrighty, then you get it around here to the back, turn it over, get your helmet clipped in the top, or camera I mean, clip into the helmet. Alrighty, then this little piece right here, it's a little rubber piece. That piece goes in there after you get it all clicked in to keep it from being able to be open when you're riding real fast, because you really don't want your camera flying off. I don't know how high to aim this camera up, but I evidently ain't been doing it high enough. So then you take the little piece there and you plug that in, and you pull the wiring down till you know how much that you need, and you get it down here and you keep shoving it down in the helmet till it fits tight, because you don't want that wire, especially as fast as some of these dudes be going on the sport bikes. You want all the wiring shoved down in there, or that sucker will be flapping you in the back of your neck. Alrighty, just keep shoving it down in there. Alrighty, and you put these pieces back down in there. There you go. So you got your wiring back here, and I got my little vent piece here that holds the wiring so that it ain't flicking to the side, because that's something that's hard to do, is to try to keep the wiring in the back and then put it in the padding, because most of the time this back part padding don't come out, just the side, so the wiring's going to be hanging here to the side. You just keep shoving it in there until it's tight. There you go. So that's how you hook your camera up there to the helmet, camera to camera. And then you just put your finger up here and you hold that button down till it comes on while you're riding, and you listen for that beep. And then at the top, when you want to record, you push the top and you'll hear one beep. And then when you're done, you push the button again, you hear another single beep. Then you hold your finger down here again, and that turns it off. Alrighty, that's how I hooked my helmet up, and this is why this Icon helmet is good for the microphone, because it's got that little vent back there to hold my wiring, and the wires go really good in the padding in this. A lot of these other ones, man, the padding is so thin onto the sides, and you know, you just can't shove all that heavy ass wiring, especially with that really good mic that I have with all that wiring. There's just too much wires to be shoving up inside the helmet. So anyways, I'm gonna go riding and test out this microphone and see how good it works. Well, until later.